Welcome everybody to another episode of The Sharky Show, where each week I will bring to you different things of different topics or whatever's on my mind. Don't ask. Now, let's talk on today's episode about keeping to yourself. Now, there's two different types of keeping to yourself. Okay. Now, when you say to someone, "Oh, I'm just going to keep myself to myself," okay, when you say that to someone, they will automatically assume that you're just going to isolate yourself from the world. You're just going to isolate from your friends. You're going to isolate from your family. You're just going to cocoon yourself, right? Which it does happen, but you got the other keeping to yourself. And that is, you can keep to yourself, but you can still go out to the gym, hang around with friends, hanging out with your family, but you're still keeping yourself to yourself because you're not on any apps. That that is the second part of keeping to yourself to yourself. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this today, because that's what I'm doing. I'm keeping myself to myself. I still keep in contact with friends and family, and I still go to the gym and I do this, but I'm keeping myself to myself and I'm focusing more on myself. That's the other part of keeping yourself to yourself. Now, depending on what type of keeping yourself to yourself you're doing, it can be dangerous, but also it can be good. Now, if you're the type of person who gonna keep yourself to yourself, but cocoon yourself in your home and not go out to socialize with friends or see your family or go to the gym. You're just gonna go out, do a bit of shopping, come back, and sit in the living room drinking a can of beer until you pass out drunk and do the same thing again. Then that's dangerous because you're in your head and you're basically isolating yourself from the world. Now, if you're doing keeping yourself to yourself where you're not on the app and you're going out to the gym, you're going out to socialize with your friends, socializing with your family, socializing with your friends, going shopping with your friends and or family, and then that's a good because if you're not on an app and you're socializing with your true friends and your family, then you can't be accused, right? You can't be accused of doing anything that you haven't done because you're not on that app. So how can you be accused of something when you're not on the app? You can't, can you? So what do? You're on an app, TikTok for example. You make friends, right? You make friends online, but you get accused of whatever, right? Now, what do? Do you try and make amend? You can do. But then there's only so much you can do to prove that you have changed and that you're no longer the person that you used to be. So, what do? Simple. You remove yourself from that app and you keep on going. You keep on proving, not to anybody else, not to anybody else, but to yourself. You keep on proving to yourself that you're no longer the person who sits down in your own house drinking vodka and coke from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You're no longer drinking yourself drunk to drinking yourself sober. Yes, people, that is possible. Trust me, I should know. I've done it. And trust me, you do not want to do that. So, you keep on proving to yourself that you have changed, that you're no longer the person that you used to be. You keep going to the forward. So you focus on yourself. You keep to yourself, but at the same time, you socialize with your friends and family and going to the gym if you go to the gym. Now, I bet you're wondering how. How can you keep to yourself if you're socializing with your friends and family? It's quite easy. Say on a Monday, you meet up with your friends. Monday afternoon, go to a pub, have a pub lunch, right? You socialize for a couple of hours. You have your lunch, go and do a little bit of shopping afterwards. Go bowling. And then you say your goodbyes, you come back home. And then you spend the evening with yourself. Watch a bit of TV, do a little bit of housework, do your dinner. The next day, say Tuesday, go out, go see your family, right? Go to see your family. Have dinner with your family. Go shopping with your family. Then go back to your family's house, have a cup of tea, and have a chat. Say your goodbyes, come back home, do the same thing. So you're socializing, but at the same time, you're keeping to yourself. The following day, you go to the gym. The gym's the perfect way to keep to yourself. Because you go to the gym, you work out by yourself. Listen to your music or podcast or whatever you listen to while you're working out. Then you finish your working out, you go for a little walk around the park or whatever, right? Then go shopping. Get what you need to get for the house. Come back, same thing. Cook yourself a nice meal. Watch a bit of TV or a movie. So you're socializing, but at the same time, you're keeping to yourself. You're keeping your circle very, very small. And it is better that way. Because then you can't be accused of whatever. You can't be accused. But don't keep to yourself to the point where you don't socialize. You get don't keep to yourself where you cocoon yourself. Because that is not good for you mentally. Always find time to keep to yourself, but socialize as well. I hope this video helps regarding anything that I may talk about. But sometimes walking away from an app is always best for you. Don't be on an app that brings you down. You have to be on an app that brings you up. That is what you need. Focus on you. That's it. And if you've got a family, focus on you and your family. Forget the app. But that's all it is. Just an app. That's all it is. Just an app. So with that being said, I wish you all a good day, a good evening, good afternoon. Depends on when you're seeing this. I wish you all a happy Christmas. And I wish you all the best for the new year.